Would you like to take 10 years off your face without looking like mutton dressed as lamb with a no makeup look that's great for summer? If so, I'm going to do my makeup right now. I'm 59 years old. Let's get started. Well, first of all, I'm going to do a little bit to my brows, just a tiny bit of help to the brows. I don't want to overdo them, but I'm kind of losing the corners of my brows. I don't know. That could be my age. I'm not really sure. But anyway, they could do with a little bit of help. So that's just giving a little bit of help to my brows, and that helps to frame my face. And this is just a cheap eyebrow pencil in black. My eyebrows are black, and so are my eyelashes naturally, and pretty much so is my hair, which that is my natural color. Bit of a mess, and I need a shower or something. Second of all, we're going to do a little bit of lip liner. And this is kind of almost like a dark brownish, reddish. I'm not really sure what color you would describe this, but you can see the color. So just a little bit of lip liner. I need to sharpen this actually. Oh. I can barely notice the liner on my lips. It's almost the same shade as my lips, but darker. It almost passed for an eye crayon actually. Next, I have a concealer. Now this is just a cheap 1 pound concealer from my local store that just sells drugstore cosmetics now. I'm going to just do a little bit on my nose, and a little bit in here to make these nasal labial folds look a little less prominent. I have a mark there, which I'm going to cover. And I'm just going to do a little tiny bit of lightening in here to brighten up my under eye area. And my eyes are looking a little dark, so I'm going to do a tiny bit on my eyelids and into the inner part there. I'm just going to dab it with my finger. That's the easiest thing to do. God gave you hands for a reason. That's what I say. So just a tiny bit of that on there. Maybe a little there, a little bit just there. Give the illusion of a slightly more protruding lip. Oh, the Botox, a little bit more there. My clown lines, tiny bit, my clown lines. And because I have moisturizer on my face, this is easy to blend in with your finger. If you have any broken blood vessels or anything, I have a little dot here where my parrot flapped its wings, and I got this blood blister here, and I've had that forever. Never went away, but anyway, just one of those things. You could even just give yourself a little bit on your cheeks if you want. Super easy with drugstore makeup. So that's that. You can also see that because I'm doing things with my skin, that I'm getting a bit of natural color in my cheeks, which we all need a little help with, don't we? So next for the lips, I think I'm going to go for a lighter color. This is kind of a terracotta color. Just a little bit of that. And already my face is brightening up. My eyes could do with a little bit of something, so I'm going to give them a little bit of eyeliner and eyeshadow. I don't really like using mascara because it usually ends up all under my eyes. Sometimes it flakes off and irritates my eyes, so I don't use mascara. So I'm not going to use mascara today. I'm just going to go along the line with this black eye crayon, and it's not an expensive one. Actually, somebody gave me a gift set with this in it, and so I use it. I just use what people give me if it works. So a tiny bit on the upper eyelids. There. It's already waking up my eyes. And I think I'll do a little bit of eyeshadow. So I've got this two colors here. I don't have a lid for it because I dropped it and it broke. So I'll use the lighter one in the center and towards this part of my eye here. And here. Just in there. And then the darker one, just going to use that on the corner. Again, just with my finger. And then with a clean finger, it's going to kind of blend them together. You know, a lot of people like using brushes, but I don't know. Using your finger is fairly easy. And there. And with my finger, I'm just going to blend it. So already my eyes look more open. It's got a little bit more than I wanted there. And if you feel like you want to go back over that with your eyeliner, it will actually stay on better because there's powder underneath. So I'm going to go back with my eyeliner. Just redo that a little bitty. Because the powder will suction that into your skin. The powder from the eyeshadow. And there. And my eyes have opened up just like that. Drugstore makeup. And I think my cheeks are needing a little bit of help. Don't you think so? So again, I have this cheap drugstore palette. And I get my brush. It's going to use this kind of terracotta color. And I'm just going to actually, if you do it in here, it looks like the sun has hit your face there and there's an actual tan. So it looks more natural, I think. Especially, well, at this time of year anyway. I think in the middle of winter, probably better not to do it there, but I think it gives a good boost. Makes your face look like you've been sitting outside. I'll do a little bit up here. That up. So basically, it's kind of a no makeup look. A little there, a little bit there. And because I've got moisturizer, it's sucking the powder off the brush into my skin. And what you can actually do is you can actually put another layer of moisturizer on top of this. I don't know. I don't use all these spray things that fix stuff onto your face. I just use the basic makeup. I don't want to look too overdone. I don't want to look like mutton dressed as lamb, as they say at my age. I'm 59, so I'm going to have to just kind of look like 59. No. We can't turn back the clock. I might actually just put a little dab up here. So we're all matching. And there. But I go very, very lightly when I go over this. Because a little bit, then you can put a little bit more. And if you want, you can add a little bit of extra face cream to this. So I here have my number 6. It's actually from the grocery store. And it's almost finished. I'm just going to put this on. And that really then blends all the blush into my face. It's kind of like blending paint. And a little bit up here because I have lines in my forehead. This will soften them. And the movement of your fingers on your cheek will bring you some color. Natural color. Because we don't want to look made up, do we? So what do you think of my no makeup look? Yay or nay? And one more thing, ladies. Don't forget to smile. Because when you smile, you have an instant facelift. Your cheeks go up, which brings up your jowls, which lifts your eyes. So smile, walk down the street and smile. Because it really does take 5 years off. Look at the difference. Smiling, not smiling. Just smile. It doesn't cost anything, right? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, thanks for watching, and just do it.